Hello everybody, this is the Goofs and Fox coming at you with a match here in the Galbaldy Beta High Mobility type Titans, and yeah, this is going to be a 500 cost match on Impact sites here. I got this suit from one of the recent events free pools, and yeah, it's one of those suits that I've been wanting to have for a while now, so I'm glad I finally did get this suit because I've been wanting to try it out, but I think I missed it during its banner. I either just didn't get it or I didn't have enough tokens to get it. So, yeah, glad to finally have this one in my collection. But, yeah, that's been a pretty nice suit to play. It does have its flaws, though, but I'll probably get into those in this video. And, yeah, start off here. Yeah, it's a 500 cost support. And yeah, it is a it is a Galbaldy beta variant from Advance of Zeta, and yeah, it's supposed to be a high mobility suit, but it's kind of one of the first flaws is that when compared to other supports, it can be pretty fast, but most generals and raids will still, I feel like, run circles around you. So that is kind of one of the big flaws already going into the suit, is that for a high mobility form, it does not really seem that high mobility. So, yeah, that is something there that I wish they gave this thing just increased speed, a bit more increased speed. Maybe bring it a bit closer to most of the higher cost generals, just so, you know, it could have that. Because honestly, the way this thing kind of plays, I feel like this suit could actually work as a general almost, just kind of with its kit and, again, how it overall plays. Because, just kind of a spoiler for my thoughts for this, it does not have a lot of range. So yeah, I don't really find myself playing it like a typical support where I kind of stay in the back. I kind of feel myself having to move in closer to enemies just to make sure I get my shots off. So yeah, it does kind of it's a support that I feel like is trying to almost be a general in some ways. But aside from that, for your weapons here, you have the Hazel Beam Rifle here as your primary, and this weapon on this suit is very nice. The Hazel Beam Rifle has 4 rounds. You can fire it uncharged or charged. Either way, you get an instant stun. But if you do charge it, it does take 3 rounds, but you increase damage and you get piercing, so you can hit multiple targets at once. And this weapon can hit on this suit. I'm talking like 5,000 to 6,000 damage on a general, so yeah, this weapon on this suit is just really, really good. You can also equip the regular Galbaldy Beta beam rifle, but to be honest, I don't know why you do that, because Galbaldy Beta beam rifle, its only gimmick is that it can instant stun, and this suit can do that anyway with this rifle, so yeah, I just feel like the beta rifle probably wouldn't do as much damage as this suit can do. So I will say, yeah, I don't really get the point of that one, but yeah, I think the Hazel Beam Rifle so far. I'll have to test the Galbaldy Beta Beam Rifle to see if it's any good. But currently, with my thoughts on this, I do think the Hazel Beam Rifle is probably going to be the better alternative for this suit. It is the default anyway, so if you do get this suit and you don't have a Hazel, you don't have to worry about not owning this weapon, because yeah, it already comes equipped with it, so that's a nice pro right there. Next you have a Beam Saber, and this is your pretty standard Beam Saber. I think the suit actually gets its own, if I'm not mistaken. I think it has like its own specific Beam Saber, which yeah, it's a pretty alright weapon. You only get one swing with it being a support, and you don't have any special downswing either. I think it's just a standard, like, Federation-esque downswing, so not really too much I can say about that there. You have the Zekurine's 2 Smart Gun on your back there, or your back binder thingy, and yeah, this weapon, it's a pretty nice weapon. Fires in a burst, and yeah, can do some decent damage. It can be a bit difficult to use. As you see here, I do have trouble aiming a lot of my shots, especially from a distance, which is why I said I feel like I have to be a lot closer to enemies in order to really make use of this. And yeah, I don't know why this enemy here is just standing still, but I'm trying to take pot shots here. Unfortunately, I do have somebody else getting in the way of that, but I'm gonna try to move over here. Looks like it might be a Hazel that's trying to get in my way, but yeah, I'm gonna try to take as many shots as I can at that person. I don't know if the controller died or something, but yeah, they just kind of stood there and I just got a bunch of free shots off. So, very interesting anomaly there. But yeah, continuing on here with the Zekurine's Type 2 Smart Gun on the back there. Yeah, it fires in burst, and yeah, I just feel like it can overheat pretty quickly too if you don't give it enough time to ready up again. So that is another flaw I think with that one. I kind of wish it could at least fire twice before overheating, because I think this would have benefited a bit more. I don't know if that'd be too much for this suit, but just a little something I think would kind of help it. Next you have some missiles on your back, and these are like incendiary missiles. You can fire them at somebody, and yeah, they'll take damage slowly from being set on fire, basically. So, very nice weapon there. They don't stun that well, unless you hit a majority of them, but they still do have the effects of these, as you can see, doing 200 ticks of damage to an enemy over time. So, they do have their benefits. And finally, you have, well, I guess not finally, technically, you have the Galbaldy shield missiles. And I'm pretty sure these are like the same missiles that the regular Galbaldy has. If you fire them, and I think both of them connect, you will get a stun from it. So, very nice for accumulation there. And then finally, you have the Galbaldy shield, and yeah, that's your shield. So, yeah, pretty much, pretty decent kit overall. Again, I do feel like it's pretty flawed in some areas. Again, just the range on the suit really isn't that good. And maybe that might have been their intention. They might have wanted people to, try to get a bit closer to people with this suit, which makes sense. But, yeah, paired with the fact that it's not really the most mobile, high mobility unit, yeah, I think it could have been a bit better of a suit. It's still fun, but I don't know. I don't know if it's one of those. I don't know if it's a suit I'm really gonna play a lot in the long run. I'm still gonna keep trying to play it for now and testing it out when I can. But as it stands, I'm not really completely sure about this one. Like, it feels fun, but yeah, it's like a few minor things. It's kind of like the Gundam. I feel like almost there's a few minor things I would change, and like I feel like the suit can be like really good. Not necessarily like, like, oh, like it's a beast suit that can like destroy everything. Just, like a pretty good, makes it a pretty good solid pick. So, yeah, really, aside from that, I don't have much else to say about this suit. And, well, we're nearing the last 30 seconds of the match anyway, so, yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Try to spawn back in and see if I can't get any more damage in, any more damage or kills. Even though we are already pretty much in the lead this match, so we probably will have this one in the bag, but yeah, looks like the Hazel is right there. Gonna try to get a shot off on him if I can. And as you can see, almost 5,000 there with a full charged beam rifle shot. And again, I have seen it done more than that, so yeah, I think the Hazel beam rifle primary is probably the best weapon this suit has, which, yeah, Hazel beam rifle is just really good, but take a look at our final score real quick. Mission completed. Gonna send a few praises around. And third place overall with 3 kills and 1 loss. Not too shabby. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this match here in the Galbaldy Beta High Mobility Type Titans. And yeah, again, wish it had a bit more mobility, like the name suggests, but I mean, it could be just the fact that it has a giant smart gun strapped to its back. So, I mean, that might be weighing it down somewhat, but I just wish, like, again, like, for supports, it's pretty fast when you compare it to other supports, but I mean, just generals and raids will just, I feel like can still outmaneuver this thing a bit, so yeah, I wish that was a thing. I don't even think this thing can boost while it's in the air, which I think is something the other Galbaldy betas can do, so that's another thing. I wish the suit had that, just to be able to boost like in the air, because I think that would be really helpful as well. But yeah, it's more like just minor. Every change I kind of have for this suit that I would probably have made for it would be more like minor nitpicks than anything. So yeah, I'd say overall the suit is pretty alright. Again, we'll continue playing it just to see, if I maybe if I get better with it, or I find what maps or strategies work best for it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Galbaldy Beta High Mobility Type Titans. And remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.